See, it's been a while since we've seen some Jeffrey. Let's see what he's up to. Pretty. Wait, what's the name of the video? Oh, what's the name of the movie? Is the name of the movie Rain Wedding, or is that just the name of the song? I'm guessing it's just the name of the song. Let me see if it says it. It doesn't say. All right. A Paradise of Thorns. Thank you. God.
ท่ามกลางหมู่ดอกไม้มากมายทันได้ฝนกลับรังแกเหยียบดวงใจฝนร่องรอยดังรักโนแลไม่มีรักจริงจากใจจากผู้ใดแต่เมื่อฉันได้พบเธอลมฝนที่ได้เจอมันก็เปลี่ยนไปจากเคยลมพัดแรงเท่าไรปีกและปอนเท่าใดแต่เมื่อฉันมีเธออยู่อย่ามาฟ้อนเทลงมาดาวว่าฟ้านั้นอวยพรให้ความรักเราทั้งสองครองเข้าไปนิรันดรหากเท่าไรจงยื่นมือให้ฟ้าทันทายฝนที่เทลงบนมือเราดังงานวิวาหากวันใดเจอพายุคงไม่กลัวสักเท่าไรต่อให้ฝนสาดดวงใจรักจากเธอนั้นปลอบฉันหากเท่าไรจงเต้นรำยามฟ้ากระหน่ำขอแค่มีเธอทุกวันก็เป็นเหมือนวิวารักที่เคยได้พบและผ่านในวันนี้เป็นดังเงาเฝ้ารังควานขังฉันอยู่ในกรงน้ำตาแต่เธอพาใจฉันออกมาแต่เมื่อฉันได้พบเธอลมฝนที่ได้เจอมันก็เปลี่ยนไปจากเคยลมพัดแรงเท่าไรปีกและปอนเท่าใดแต่เมื่อฉันมีเธออยู่อย่ามาฟ้อนเทลงมาดาวว่าฟ้านั้นอวยพรให้ความรักเราทั้งสองครองเข้าไปนิรันดรหากเท่าไรจงยื่นมือให้ฟ้าทันทายฝนที่เทลงบนมือเราดังงานวิวาหากวันใดเจอพายุคงไม่กลัวสักเท่าไรต่อให้ฝนสาดดวงใจรักจากเธอนั้นปลอบฉันหากเท่าไรจงเต้นรำยามฟ้ากระหน่ำขอแค่มีเธอทุกวันก็เป็นเหมือนวิวา
All right. So as you said, this is from a movie that he was in. I'm looking for a location. I'm assuming it's all in Thailand. I just wanted to see if they mentioned where. I don't think they did. Not that it matters. I'm just curious. Oh man, I kind of had some similar thoughts with this that went back to the discussion that we were having earlier when we were talking about villages and small villages and how the community within those villages is very different than like nowadays in many parts of the world. My part of the world, basically, in America. But I got a very similar feel here because to me, this had these very significant bookmarks of how we honor each other. Now, sometimes that's honoring each other when someone passes. How do we, as a culture or even as a village, how do we honor that person's life or their death or their passing or whatever you may believe? There were pieces of that in here that just kind of brought me back to that. And then also like, how do we honor somebody's life and how they chose to live or, the reputation that they leave behind kind of thing. Also some of the conversations that we had earlier. I mean, this is a very minor note. Where was it? Right here. And somebody might know, and that's why I want to ask. If you look really closely, if you look right here, can you see this right here? It's a small monument. I think it is a religious structure, but I don't remember. I actually have a photo next to one of these things from when I was in Thailand. And we were cross training with the Royal Thai Marines. But I don't remember the significance of it. Does anybody remember, or does anybody know off the top of their head what that is? Live. There we go. It's a shrine of some sort. I think it's a religious structure. I'm just not sure. I don't know. The reason I'm asking is because it made me wonder, particularly in this shot and the relevance of the story, if these are monuments to honor people or families or, I don't know, any number of ways that can go. Man, and honestly, like as far as this goes, it's kind of a culmination of visuals to, like, the visuals don't matter as much as the song itself. The song itself is the key component of this. And Jeff's voice, dare I say, I forgot how pure it was. I like Jeff a lot. Him and I go way back. And I like all of the things that I've heard from him, but I legitimately forgot how pure his voice is. Like, he's a great singer. He's got an awesome voice, but there's a purity that it just kind of slipped my mind. Oh, man. So good. The song is sung in northern dialect as well. Spirit houses are a space for the living to honor the spirits that own the land that their homes, buildings, and businesses are built upon. Wow. The spirits that own the land. His voice is honest. Oh, I really love that. The movie is based in northern Thailand. Okay. Huh. I didn't see that, Blue. That's really cool. That was our 900th Spotify song. That's awesome. So for those of you who don't know, a little side note, Blue Moon, as you see in chat, Blue Moon manages the Spotify playlist that includes every single song, I think outside of ones that don't exist on Spotify. Blue maintains that whole list. So anything that we have ever reacted to that exists on Spotify is on that playlist. And that was our 900th one. Blue, thanks for doing that. Wow, that was really a beautiful song. And like I said, what I really love about it, aside from just reminding me that Jeff's voice is just so damn pure and he is so friggin' handsome, it's irritating because I'm jealous. But I really just love the aspect of like the honoring. And you know what? Rondo, your answer is perfect because here I am before you answered talking about this tells me about how we honor each other in our passing, in our death, in our lives. And Rondo says that these spirit houses are a way to honor the spirits that own this land, the ones that came before us, the ones that kind of paved this path that we walk on. You know, in some of my work that I do with videos, a lot of times there's a science that I have to know as the creative director to say, okay, who is the audience? If that audience is like a target demographic, then sometimes it's easier to put a product together because you understand all of the data points that essentially make up the absolute majority of that target demographic. Sometimes the demographic does not exist. It is shotgun. And you just have to throw it out there and hope that it affects and impacts as many people as possible, regardless of religion, politics, ideology, skin color, faith. It doesn't matter. Age, gender, everything in between. We need this message to be received and retained by everybody. And that gets trickier. And we've had quite a few times where we've had to kind of try to bridge the gap between generations. Where, like, I know the audience that's going to watch this product is going to be anybody ranging from 21 years old to 80 years old. And what I need for them to do is not only understand the message that I'm giving them, but I need them to understand that if you're on this side of the age spectrum, you have a very important and valuable role. We need you because of everything you bring to the table. But if you're on this side of the age spectrum and you're younger, you are just as important. You bring a whole different side of thinking to the equation, right? I mean, how many times do we get like, oh, the young kids don't get it. Well, the old people don't get it. Well, that's true because you're not talking, right? You've got something and you've got something. But then that leaves this gap of people that's kind of between. And those people, generationally speaking, thankfully, they need to act as translators that kind of bridge the gap between the newer generations and the older generations. So there's like everybody has a role. The ones that came before us, they have their experiences. They experienced life in a very specific way. And while that may be different from some of the things that we experience now, or some of the younger generations experience, there's still a whole slew of knowledge and wisdom that has to be acquired from them. You can't just say, you're old, you don't get it. It does not work that way. It is crucial of all of us to not only say our piece, use our words, but then in turn, pause and listen to what other people are saying. Because I guarantee you, and I am the perfect example of this, and I know some of you can relate. There were things that you said and did when you were younger that is completely against who you are now, because you evolved as a person. There are things that I would say now to an 18-year-old, an 18-year-old me would go, bro, you don't get it. You just don't get it. You're like out of it. Because that was me. And I had no friggin' idea what was going on. We evolve. I don't know how I got on that conversation from this video, but you know what? I'm glad I did. I like media that makes us think. It lets us discuss. I'm a fan.